Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Kevin. Thank you for joining me in Philosophia, which means the love of wisdom. Today, I want to talk a little bit about community and what does it mean to myself. And this is, again, how I perceive everything. So if you perceive things differently, you perceive things differently. Let me know how you perceive things. But I just want to start by talking about how we can change the community in a sense of um, bettering it. Of course I know, but anyway, but real shit, how we can better the community so we don't feel like we're a product of our communities because we're not products of our communities. We're actually products of our household. The child's a product of that parent who just happened to be able to afford that to live in that community. You feel me? Like that's the community that most likely a single mom can afford, or just a low income family for all that can afford. So that's where we live as a child, but we become a product of that environment as a child and grow up, based off being a statistic because we live in that society when that's not actually who we truly are as a person. Understand a lot of people that from that society who got the money left from that society don't even act like that anymore per se. You feel me? They probably act totally different. I'm not sure. You feel me? Like I'm not sure, how millionaires act because I'm not a millionaire or nothing. But I know, at one point in time, I'm not saying people are ignorant, but I was unknowledgeable in a sense of acting like a product of my environment. So I thought, I was a product of my environment. I was just running like a chicken with my head cut off in that sense. And soon I put myself in a different environment mentally, because it's all a mental thing. You realize that's, you can, it's not the environment that you're a product of, but it's your parents and yourself that you're a product of. So anyway, let's just use the projects for example because America has no ghettos. Ghettos are in developing countries. Ghettos do not have running water, no electricity. They got to go to the lake and all that. That's what a true ghetto is. So when we speak about ghettos and being ghetto in America, that's just, some, you know, boom, don't exist kind of thing. This is projects, PJs. On the PJs level, we got plumbing, we got electricity. It's not all good, but we still have it. Other people in different countries don't have it. But so imagine if we were to take some money, right, and build up the projects as if it wasn't a project. So if we were to make the projects look like condos, you feel me? We were to make it look nicer, be able to, you know, renovate it in a sense, to a point where it doesn't look like the projects, and now you don't feel like you live in that project era. Would that change your mindset? Would that change the people mindset? Now they're like, all right, I got a nice house, I got a nice rug, the counter looks good, the walls ain't got holes in them, the air don't seep out the door, when it's hot, or the heat don't seep out the door when it's cold, and those two things actually work. The water is filtered so we don't get all that bacteria. I looked at something on Facebook actually. I'm not sure what city this was in, but they were saying they was finding pharmaceutical drugs in the water in the water systems, and that really can't be tested by the factories and stuff. You got to actually like get whoever tests water, and that's just some Facebook post that I seen that I looked at the video of. But again, just saying, if you put nicer things into a place where people don't have nice things and they want nice things, that's why people doing what they doing to get the nice things. You feel me? Like people not like out there, doing criminal activity just to have bad things to keep the bad things. They're doing criminal activity so they can get to the better days. They're trying to get across the tracks. But if you take across the tracks and put it on this side of the tracks, maybe you might change a mindset or two to where like, okay, we don't have to live like we thought we had to live. Now maybe we can stop worrying about getting the fast money at the moment and go for the longevity. And maybe if they want to go to school, they can go to school because they're not worried about their mom can't afford the bills and stuff, and make it cheap enough that people can afford too. Put everything on a revolving stock market. In my opinion, this is how I feel. Like, my wisdom, my knowledge, this is, if I could do it, this is what I would do. Create a community stock market, for the community. Put money on the stock market and invest. Also, not only to invest, because actually when I learned about investment, I'm about to go off topic for a second. Compound interest happens over a long period of time. I'm not like an expert on or guru or nothing, but it happens over a long period of time. It takes a long time. But if you day trade and swing trade and know how to do that, you can actually compound more money than if you would have waited 20 to 25 years down the line to reap your reward. You can just short term trade over the time and let that money continue to build and to continue to build while also investing as well. But a lot of people say that is that's like gambling, is very difficult. But again, only thing I said again, like I said something before, only thing in life is guaranteed is death. So nothing in life is ever guaranteed. You can learn that from anything. You got a job, you can get fired at any moment, whether you're doing it correctly or not doing it correctly. You feel me? So back to my point though. If you change the community, you could change the mindset of the people who live in the community, and they might want to go to school, get a college degree, might want to travel the world, see what they want to see, come back, feel more safe and secure. They probably dress a different way, talk a different way. I'm not saying you gotta dress a different way or talk a different way or anything like that because you're a product of your environment. But again, a lot of people hold a facade because they live in that kind of environment. And in that environment, you can't be a sheep. You feel me? It's wolves out there. You can't be a sheep or you get eaten alive. So a lot of people can just be themselves. There's a lot of people that probably just want to play video games and read books and just be who they are, but they truly can't be themselves. They can't truly have their personality. They suppressing themselves to be more masculine than they truly are inside, which is gonna make them a different kind of a person. Like, it's gonna build up to the point they might just break mentally. And once you break mentally, it's hard to recoup from a mental breakdown. Like, very hard. Like, very hard to fucking recoup from a mental breakdown. Because that's that's how we are being suppressed as a person in the first place. When I was in the military, going off topic again, but kind of staying with the topic, I was in the military, and in order to get into the military, you have to transition from thinking how you think as a civilian to thinking how they want you to think. So you coming from where you from, you can no longer be that person. You can no longer be Kevin. I have to be Scott. I have to go by my last name, which was my birth name, of course, but who the fuck name is that? That's some Scottish last name. That ain't me. I'm not fucking Scottish. I'm not saying Scottish is a color, but I know that's probably some slave, not some slave master name that my ancestors caught a long time ago, and it just happened to get stuck on me. My name is Kevin, and they don't individualize you as a person. They group you guys and suppress your mind to the point where it's such a smooth transition you don't even know it because it's a smooth transition. Like, some people get kicked out because of the physicalness, or some people get kicked out because they break too hard, they're mental, and they couldn't withstand to be in the military. So everybody gets broken. It's such a smooth transition that you don't even know that you got broken. But trust me, you get broken when you want to fight another grown ass man and you don't fight this man. You feel me? That's when you know you broken. That's when they know they got you. Cause I wanted to fight my drill sergeant so many times, like so many times, and I never hit this man. And like, you didn't notice it at that time, But later down the line, you be like, damn, bro, that's all you got. It's always a mental thing. So if you can probably mentally help people out and give people hope by stop putting temporariness in the community, I'm not saying it's not a great thing at all, but because we all play a part. But I'm saying if we play just strategize a little different in the sense of not giving out school clothes and turkeys and stuff on holidays. If we just take that money, maybe put it on the stock market. Yeah, it's not gonna happen in the day and age that we're alive, but if we take a group of money, put it on the stock market, boom, build it up, put everybody, maybe in a hotel and remodel the whole system of the projects and put everybody in something that looks like condos, and maybe they'll start respecting themselves internally more and projecting it externally as well. That's what I got. My quick rant on community. I hope you guys enjoy that talk. If y'all got anything to say about that, say it. Let's talk about it. This Kevin again, Philosophia. Have a motherfucking great day. Peace.